podcast.
Rewind.
Notice the sign in the back that Panda is blocking. We have a new sign. And today, Clonazepam, also known as Klonopin with
Say
a K.
Panda.
Benzodiazepines.
Now you're supposed to say, do you want to sit down? Have a seat.
Have a seat.
Oh, okay. Thanks for inviting me in.
That reminds me of Chris Hansen. Have a seat.
Have a seat. Oh, I know.
Before we get into the Clonazepam, Klonopin, do you have a personal story you'd like to tell about it?
What, you do this off the rip every time.
Well, we can get into the uses and everything before you share your...
Warm me up a little bit, gosh. Although, them flowers make me really happy. Can I put this near me?
No, it's going to block the... Clonazepam, also known as Klonopin. Clonazepam is a benzodiazepine that is used to treat panic disorders and certain seizures. Clonazepam is a Schedule, 4 or 5 drug, which means that it carries a risk for dependency, abuse, and addiction. Clonazepam abuse can be dangerous and it is possible to overdose on clonazepam.
Yes, it is. Yeah, although never going to get the hint.
Number of deaths from benzodiazepine increased 4.3-fold between 2002 and 2015. This is a little older website that it has American Addiction Centers.
Do you have anything up to date?
Yeah, we're going to get into it. Would you like, before we get into the benzodiazepine checklist, would you like to share your story?
I'm glad it's so funny. It's not a big story. It's not.
Is it. This is going to be big.
It's not really that big. I mean, it's a big deal. It's my life. I'm glad he finds it hilarious. He wasn't crying at the time. So I was upset because they were getting me off of the Xanax that I was addicted to, and they put me on Klonopin. And the Klonopin, I wasn't getting an instant rush like I liked. It takes time. Like, it was like 30 minutes before I felt something. So I'd already told myself in my head, and that's like the worst thing you can do. Like, oh, dude, this is not working. This is not working. So I think the prescription was 22, and throughout that day, I kept popping them and popping them and popping them till I don't know what time it was, but I had woke up in the ambulance, and
so you didn't take them all at once?
No, it was throughout the day. But I mean, I would take like 4 or 5, and that wasn't abnormal for me to do. But normally it would be Xanax, so I would end up passing out after a few bars, and I mean, that's when we tell ourselves the craziest stuff and our brain will believe it. And if I would have told myself on the first one, this is going to be stronger than a benzo, I could have went with that, but I didn't. I kept saying I needed more, because that's just the addict in me. But I did find out, I finally had a good shrink one time, and I was showing this kid the paperwork where she was like, I don't understand how you're still alive. And that was ugly. And different, different gene makeup.
Has higher tolerance.
Higher tolerance, right. And how it's broken down. And then I had that fat surgery. So that helped save me a little bit. I think it was really God just got me here for a reason. Maybe he just likes to laugh. I don't know, but...
Thanks for bringing that up.
Okay.
We have the verse of the day. I remembered.
Yep. He remembered.
Right here.
I put it there.
All right, we're going to do these every episode. I'm sure that God, who began the good work within you, will continue his work until it is finally finished on the day when Christ Jesus comes back again. Philippians 1:6. That is for y'all's verse of the day.
That's crazy, because mine was similar.
And when you overdosed on the Klonopin, I did find you. Your lips were purple. You had spaghetti in your mouth.
Oh,
I went and got Grandma. She was kind of like, okay, all right. I'm sure this time's gonna be different. I finally convinced her to go in there and check on you. You were on the floor. I called the ambulance, and she stayed with you till the ambulance came.
I would have been, if I was y'all, I'd have just been like, man, she's determined. Let her just do what she's doing. And I would have been so mad. I would have haunted y'all because I never wanted to die. I just didn't know how to live. And I didn't want to feel. You know, I didn't know how to live life.
Do you ever ask yourself, what are benzodiazepines? They're depressants that produce sedation and hypnosis, relieve anxiety and muscle spasms, and reduce seizures.
They're so good.
Now, did they give you those for seizures, muscle spasms, or anxiety?
You're making me twitch. Can you do this different?
So, muscle spasms. The origin, legally available through prescription. Many users maintain the drug supply by getting prescriptions from several doctors. They'll give them out like candy, apparently.
Not anymore.
Forging prescriptions or buying them illicitly. Lord have mercy. Alprazolam and clonazepam are the two most frequently encountered.
Where do you see this at?
Benzodiazepines are on the illicit market. So right here.
Okay.
I've never heard of alprazolam.
It's alprazolam. It's like a Valium.
Wait till you hear the street name. Benzos and downers.
Wow.
If you hear those on the street, get ready. You're in for a treat.
No, well, but you're like in 1994, right? Is this what's going on?
This is the DEA website, and we are not doctors.
We call them like blues. So you got any blues?
Blues.
Yeah. Blues.
Benzodiazepines. I'll go over the main ones here because I'm not going to read all.
Bars, really. It's like bars. You got any bars?
All of the.
You're making me
all of the different names.
So glad I stopped.
The benzos are Valium, Xanax, Halcyon, Antivia, Klonopin. Those apparently are the main ones. Shorter acting benzodiazepines used to manage insomnia include estazolam, fluzerpam, termazepam, trizolam, midazolam.
Where are we back at?
We're on this side.
Let me make sure he's telling y'all right again, because he might be supposed to say these are not.
No, I'm reading it correctly.
With longer duration. Okay, here we go.
I read the top. Benzodiazepines with longer duration action and utilized to treat insomnia in patients with daytime anxiety. Xanax, Librium, Transine, Valium, Paxipam, and then also Klonopin up here.
There's a lot. Yeah, the damn Klonopin. There was a Restoril I remember taking that was similar to, and it was a benzo. It was similar to that. Is that in there? Restoril?
That was one of them, I believe.
Okay.
And Halcyon.
Yeah, that I think. You know how you heard Quaalude when, like, back in the day, they would take a Quaalude. Maybe I'm saying it wrong.
I think is that.
That's okay. We'll just fast forward that.
That's cocaine. Quaalude.
No, I was referring to a pill.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not in these streets.
Me neither. But...
So how is it abused? How are these benzodiazepines abused? Well, the drug is either orally taken or crushed up and snorted to get high. Abuse is particularly high among heroin and cocaine users. Additionally, opioid users often co-abuse benzodiazepines to enhance euphoria. And we'll go in that later with the other article we had, because there's one medicine in particular you cannot mix.
Hydrocodone, Vicodin. Did I just ruin it for you?
Way to ruin.
Drop the ball. I heard in my program that 80% of these addicts have mental addiction, and almost 100% have been sexually abused. Did you do any research to that?
I haven't.
Okay.
Yet.
Okay.
So what overdose feels like, if you have these symptoms, please chime in at any moment. Extreme drowsiness, confusion, impaired coordination, decreased reflexes, respiratory depression, coma, possible death. Overdose effects of non-concomitant use of benzodiazepines and opioid include profound sedation, respiratory depression, coma, and death. Also, the
Where
effects...
are you at?
We're right here right now. The effects also that you can feel similar to benzodiazepine: alcohol, barbiturates, sleeping pills, and GHB. What is GHB?
Oh, you know what that is. That's like the date rape drug. I just want to say how much better you read.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's practice.
Practice makes perfect. And Sylvan's, you got to give a shout out to Sylvan's. You have to. And all that money we found to go towards Sylvan's.
All right. Moderate effects. When you're taking Klonopin or any other benzodiazepine, moderate effects are Abilify, Ambien.
You're seeing meds now.
Yeah, these are things that you can, if you mix them, you're going to have effects from. You shouldn't mix them, but the most serious one's going to be hydrocodone.
Keep it simple, stupid.
If you take Benadryl with it, not going to be good.
Keep it simple.
Cymbalta, not going to be good.
Cymbalta, I take Cymbalta.
Flexeril, not going to be good. Lexapro, not going to be good. Can't be mixing those with your benzos.
No,
Prozac, not going to be good. Seroquel, not going to be good. Now the main one, Norco, acetaminophen, hydrocodone. Acetaminophen. This is the big boy right here, and we do not want to mix these two.
And it really messes up your teeth badly. Very badly. I'd say 95% of my friends have dentures if they have teeth.
And I'd like to say we are not doctors.
I am. Like one.
You are a nurse and...
Like a nurse.
We're just doing research. We're just talking here. We're just going over the do's and don'ts.
I'm not a nurse.
Because this is helping somebody, I think.
It's helping me. This is really helping me. Don't do Vicodin with your, what's it say?
Oh, hydrocodone with clonazepam.
Yeah, don't do Vicodin with Klonopin.
All right, we're gonna read some of this and we'll
I was hoping we
using narcotic or pain or cough medications together with other medications that also cause central nervous system depression can lead to serious side effects including respiratory distress, coma, even death. Talk to your doctor before mixing. Your doctor may be able to prescribe alternatives that do not interact, or if you need a dose adjustment or more frequent monitoring, safely use both medications.
I wonder if I can sue my pain management doctors.
Why would you want to sue them?
Are you serious? Well, when they put me on methadone, I didn't even know what it was. And that, in 2009, is when I had all of my... man, that is really when I got all of my convictions.
Is when they were mixing your meds?
Yeah. Now, I'll take responsibility when I found out how, that it was a narcotic and I was going to need to take it for, like, probably ever. I didn't care at the time, but also I'd already started taking it, and they gave me methadone, though, for pain. They didn't give it to me to come off of a medicine. They gave it to me for pain, and they gave it to me with the Xanax. And that's what I don't understand what you're reading, because in 2009, they were giving me methadone with the hydrocodone as breakthrough pain. And then to sleep at night, I got the Xanax. So...
That's not good.
And if they read my health history... I'm sure that I was not honest, but I mean, once they met me, they had to have known that I was, something was off.
Yeah, according to this, you need to talk to your doctor about making adjustments.
My doctor lost his license.
Ooh, that's not good.
Yeah. So what should have been a red flag for me is when I started going there, he said that not all the pharmacies would fill his prescriptions. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of weird. Well, whatever. I still found pharmacies to fill his prescription. I think he tried to say that his prescriptions got stolen, and I know how easy that is because I've worked at a dentist office, and their prescriptions somehow got stolen there, too.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. So fake... prescription pills. This is everywhere now. They're putting fentanyl. It says 6 out of every 10 pills with fentanyl contain a potentially lethal dose. Now, I'm sure, what do you think? Not a lot of people are buying Klonopin off the street.
I'll tell you what I think. I think that
They're
people
buying the bigger
are trying to
drugs.
do the best they can. And a similar situation happened. A friend thought he had something good, came over, shot it up, and instantly fell out in my house. Now they supposedly have a rule, you might want to look into it, could be a lie, that you don't get charged if you call for help. All of his friends ran his pockets and left him. Me and the girlfriend didn't know at the time what shooting up the coke looked like. Well, he had fentanyl in it. And when the ambulance came, I told him that he had shot up. I didn't know what he shot up, but he had shot up. And it was the craziest thing to see. What?
One of the street names is Hillbilly Heroin.
That's so funny. That's what the town that we're in right now.
Muchachas.
Let me hear some more. Okay, go ahead. I want to hear this.
Let me just one of the counterfeit. So all these right here are going to contain or can contain fentanyl, and one of them is Klonopin. So if you're buying Klonopin off the street, it could have fentanyl in it, unless the person you're getting it from is getting it from the doctor. But we're going to go over some of the street
But
names.
even if they're getting it from the doctor, that means that they have to go to the pharmacy. And guess what? I've worked in a pharmacy. It's very easy for me to pocket the real shit and put in the fake stuff. And why would I want to do that, you ask? So I would get the real stuff.
So I think these are for oxycodone right here. So beans, blues, buttons, cotton, greens, hillbilly heroin, kickers, killers, muchachas, megers, OC, Oxy, Oxy 80s, Roxy, Roxy Shorties, Whites. So for Xanax, you got any bars?
I told ya.
Benzos, bicycle handlebars, bicycle parts, bricks, footballs, handlebars, Hulk. You got any Hulk?
Incredible.
Ladders, planks, school bus, stickies, Xannies.
It's just sticks. It just says sticks.
Yellow boys, Xan bars, Xannies, Z bars, Adderall.
Blueberries.
For Adderall, you got any A-Train?
Yo, what?
Abby, Addie, Amps, Christmas trees.
Where do they get Christmas trees from? Because they ain't green.
Maybe light.
No.
You got any co-pilots, lid poppers,
Hang
smart
on, are we
pills?
still on the Xanax?
No,
I mean
we're on
Adderall? Okay.
Smart pills, Smarties, study buddies, I like
If you
study
hear
buddies.
any of your children, any child say these key words, guys, give them a pee test, and 90% they're gonna pop hot. Am I right?
You're right.
That's a good picture right there.
Truck drivers and Zings. So
Zings.
those were for Adderall. Fentanyl is a synthetic opioid that is 100 times stronger than morphine and 50 times stronger than heroin. It is often injected or pressed into counterfeit pills. Methamphetamine usually comes in pill or powder form and is smoked, snorted, or injected.
Say that again, the last part again.
It is smoked, snorted, or injected.
Smoked, snorted, or ingested. And what is that, methamphetamine?
Yeah, I didn't know that they were putting in methamphetamine.
Hang on. It is... Sorry, I've been ignoring you. Say that again.
It is often injected or pressed into counterfeit pills. Methamphetamine, which is meth, right?
Right.
Usually comes in pill or powder form and is smoked, snorted, or injected.
They're putting fentanyl in that?
Mm-hmm. Methamphetamine.
Wow, okay. Well, I guess you could put anything. See, that's what I'm just not... I'm going to have to go get some meth here on the corner and then test it and see if they're putting it in there. Just for peace of mind, I guess. Because I want to know, how do they do that?
Well, it says here when they put it in the methamphetamine, misuse may result in agitation, increased heart rate and blood pressure, increased respiratory and or body temperature, anxiety, paranoia. High doses can cause convulsions, cardiovascular collapse, stroke, or death.
I feel like that any of that happens.
I didn't know they were putting in meth.
I mean, why are you hooked on this thing with the meth? Why does that surprise you? Like, it surprised me that they're putting it in pot. Is that real? Do they put it in pot?
There's a bunch of dispensaries
I mean,
now, but
do you know somebody that's on the meth?
Uh-uh.
Oh, but you keep saying I don't know that they put it in meth.
I was thinking about something else.
Do you know meth doesn't mean methadone, right?
I mean, it means methamphetamine. Meth.
Crystal meth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now that we're back one. I got some flowers today from Sycamore.
Yeah, and you went to the cave.
Oh, yeah. Where's that time to talk about that? Go ahead and finish and then we'll talk about it.
Well, I mean, that was the articles we pulled up. We can discuss. But from your experience, a lot of people aren't buying Klonopin off the street.
I'm not in that circle anymore. I'm honestly, once I moved...
But you'd have to... What you were saying, you'd have to take a bunch of Klonopin to even feel anything?
Well, I can say this, that I know very few people that could get high off of a couple Klonopin, but then again, they were some pretty heavy poppers.
Because right here, even if Klonopin's not as strong, they're still putting fentanyl in it.
Yeah.
All of these, they're putting oxycodone, Oxycontin, Tylex, Percodan, Valium, Xanax, Restoril, Activium.
Restoril, that's what I took.
Klonopin.
Well, it's easy. Like the capsules, I can understand. Like the capsule's got the beads in it. I can see how you could open it up and put it in there.
They're putting it in Concerto.
Wow, what?
On the street.
Really? Wow. Okay, so like my Concerta pills that are prescribed, how would they put it in there? Because there's, I don't know.
Well, this is saying counterfeit pills, which I'm guessing means like press, like they make their own.
Oh, okay. But I would know right then if my pill was off.
Yeah.
But then again, that's why we have the testers. We had a tester for y'all guys. We was going to show our family how to test your shit. Hopefully y'all ain't on the shit, but if you is, we still love you. And if I could make a personal recommendation, if your kids and family or friends or lover is on this shit, the worst thing you can do is push them away and be like, you gotta stop taking it, or I'm not gonna be with you, or you can't live here, because all you're doing, I mean, you know, it's not, just love them through it. You know, they'll get enough. They'll get enough of it, or they'll die, and at least that won't be, you know, something that you keep thinking, you know, oh God, what if I wouldn't have pushed them out? You know, I wouldn't push them out, or I wouldn't push them away. Just try to stay by them. I know how hard it is, but it could be worse. I think an alcoholic is worse than a pill. I'd rather be with any addict, like, especially that's trying to quit, than a raging alcoholic, like a dry drunk.
What's a dry drunk?
That stopped drinking, but like isn't doing
like a
program or a dry drunk. Maybe
they don't do AA, but they're done.
They're just right now for done, and they haven't accepted nothing that they did. I got bit in the cave too, guys.
Put it up to the camera.
I'm trying.
Oh, wowzers!
I got bit. Thank God I came back.
How was the cave?
It was good. You might make me blush.
I heard the cave was cool.
That was pretty cool.
Believe it or not, they got lizards.
I didn't get that far.
They got lizards in the cave.
I'm glad we didn't get down that far.
So, we've been doing these pharmaceutical ABCs. I know I've been reading...
We've done like 2 of them.
We're going to keep doing them all until 26. We got a couple comments last week. I read some of the comments. And
you don't do shit, dude.
There was a nurse in the comments, so I'd like to reiterate. We are not doctors. We're going off her personal experience and what I looked up online.
Was there really a nurse?
There was a nurse. Well, she said she was a nurse. You never know.
What was her point? What was she saying?
She was just saying some of the things I mispronounced, and Suboxone's not the same thing as
Well, we said that. We said that we were doing the best that we could.
But Suboxone, I guess, wasn't the same as it wasn't methadone. What's the other
I
thing?
know that Cymbalta wasn't the same.
Suboxone is not the same as buprenorphine,
But we tried to
and it's not.
We tried to say that. Well, maybe not we. I tried to say that, but I was kind of laughing at you. Anyway, thank you, though, for pointing that out, my son's ignorance.
We take good criticism around here.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, my God. I love criticism. Like, all day long, I get it. All day long. Like, you want to stay a fat loser, or do you want to get up and walk? No, I get up and walk.
Is that what happened at the cave?
That's how you tell me to, start.
I do not.
I'm just playing. He does not. I would beat his ass.
Did you go to the gift shop?
I didn't get that far.
Oh.
Maybe next time. I don't know if there'll be another next time.
That's a far trail, though. I'm surprised you did it all.
I did. I got pretty far. Well, I didn't want to.
What shoes were you wearing?
I don't know. They had to be cute because it was like, the first time out. So it had to be cute. I think Converse. And I didn't want to look like some lazy hog and be like, I can't keep going, but
Take me back.
Yeah, I don't want to say that.
Get the golf cart.
Can you put me on your back? I think I did say that, but
D is for Dilaudid.
You want to do Dilaudid?
You
Okay.
wanna do Dilaudid?
Dilaudid.
And that's normally used in hospitals?
Yeah.
Can you get it on the street?
Yeah, of course.
I thought it was like a sticky.
This is kind of a funny, it's not funny, but maybe if you have a dry sense of humor. Dilaudid, they were going in the Sharpies bin and taking out the needles because the nurses only shoot. Now, this isn't something that y'all can do. Like, you can't do it now, so just don't go to your ER.
That red box where they put the needles in?
It's called the Sharpies box, and people were going in, and they were successful, and they were getting out, but now they empty out the cart.
That's great. You could stick yourself with anything.
Yeah, they don't care. I mean, I didn't get to that point yet, but I'm not saying I wouldn't have. Oh, that's perfect right there, Tay and Pandas pod. Our neighbor that's special, he drew that for us.
I'm not your neighbor.
I wasn't talking about you, Taylor.
Maybe your neighbor down the down the hallway.
Oh, Taylor.
I drew that.
Okay. You're right, you did. I just didn't want to give you credit for it.
I drew it. And I think it's good.
It's... Maybe were you just rushed a little bit?
If anybody has a problem on here, you can kiss my black ass.
I'm going to cut that part.
So, I think it's pretty. I colored it in.
He did.
Blue for boy, purple for...
So, Taylor, have you taken... Let's always put Mom into the pill train. Is there... I mean, have you been on any dates since you've been here?
No.
Okay. Well, we'll get to that. But have you taken any pills that have made you feel any way?
Vitamin D helps out a lot. Vitamin D is good for energy.
I need to pick mine up.
That's what they say.
So, I'd like to say this before you cut me off because I see it coming. Maybe I can get a whoop whoop because of all the pills I did take and times I killed myself might have scared you away. I know it scared your sister away from a lot. Maybe it scared you away from some usage.
I don't use any pills, yeah. I don't. And I threw away when I had surgery, I threw away most of them.
You could have made
I want to give her a shout out. Liberty Life 35 on TikTok. Is it the same on Instagram?
What are we talking about?
Your TikTok. Liberty Life 35. That's what you are on TikTok.
I don't know.
All right. Well, we are Tan Pandas Pod
Ew, fix
on
your mouth. Ew, it looks like you got crater teeth.
Instagram.
Pause it. Thank you.
Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
Hillbilly.
And you are Liberty Life 35 on TikTok. Thank you.
Hillbilly hoes.
Do your research. Don't be out here buying stuff on the street.
Don't buy it. Don't buy it. Don't buy it. We're not doctors. I did used to think I was, but I wasn't a doctor. And corrective criticism's great. Did you stop it? Are we still going? Did you stop it? Hey, we need to get 1,000 subscribers so that we can go. So that we can go live. All right. Later. Bye.
Bye bye for now.